What's up, guys? Welcome to the NYXUS podcast. Tonight, I am joined by Waking the Sleeper. What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Special co-host for the night, Sarah from Haunted Photography, that you guys have seen in the NYXUS magazine.
Hey, Sarah.
Um, Special time, 9 o'clock. I know it's a little bit later than usual, but I mean, we're gonna reach those people that usually tell me we're too early. So
We're done eating in a minute.
there we go.
Thanks.
What's the story behind the stage name, Waking the Sleeper?
Well, basically, me and Jim, when we got together to start creating music, we both had this idea of, mine was more spiritual, so I wanted to be able to, wake people up to kind of what's really going on around them, and he wanted just to wake people up to what's going on around them. So, yeah, so it was kind of just a combination of, we both just had this creative thought of the same level of what the title was. So it kind of worked its way into the new album. It has.
That's awesome. Let's have a quick introduction. What do you guys do in the band? Who's on vocals? I know we have missing members, so we can reintroduce the whole lineup, please.
Sure. I'll let Miss Elizabeth start.
Hi, I'm Miss Elizabeth. I am the keyboardist and the second vocalist as far as not the primary, but I do all the extra pretties on the top side. So.
And then, of course,
I'm Sean Getting Anderson. I play guitar and make other kinds of things with that stage.
sometimes they're not good. Hey, I'm Raven. I'm the lead vocalist, and not with us right now is Chris Wesley. He's our drummer, and Seth. He's also our amazing new lead guitarist, and then he's in Oklahoma right now. And then we have Will, who does the haunt, and that's what he's doing tonight. That's why he can't be here, but he's our bassist.
There we go. So we have three of you guys could make it tonight. I mean, it's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
Sarah, like I said, Haunted Photography is the one that set up this awesome interview tonight. Matt is in the house. Matt, my audio engineer. How you doing, Matt?
And that.
Sarah, quick introduction. Go ahead.
I'm Sarah from Haunted Photography. I shoot shows, I photograph bands, and then I do other stuff on the side, but my main focus is concerts and bands.
Awesome. And I read on Facebook today that it's your 1 year anniversary for Haunted Photography, so congratulations.
Yeah.
It's been a great year. I've got to meet so many amazing people, and the local metal scene, and that's kind of how I came up on Waking the Sleeper. I posted in Blue Ridge that I'd be doing some interviews, trying to do interviews at Blue Ridge, which didn't get to happen. But Will contacted me about getting up with Raven and all of them, and I was supposed to meet up with them Sunday, and did not get to.
Yeah, it was a bummer right for everybody.
Yeah.
It really was. I was
We
looking
were
forward
still
to
there
seeing
though.
you.
You could have come and just hung out at our campsite. We would have been fine.
You should leave the campsite.
Terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, but I did meet you and your drummer.
You
They
guys,
found me right before the storm.
you guys had a hard time at Blue Ridge too, I guess.
Oh yeah. We were there from Thursday to Sunday. We were ready. Probably our biggest moment that they had, honestly, because we were opening with the main stage, main stage on Sunday. So this was a huge deal for us. We were opening up for Madam Bell. So we were super excited. And, we were going to be doing our reps and things like this, which is huge for an up and coming band. So, the way
How you make mix.
you build, yeah. And so, it was just one of those things. Even Thursday we were there for the big storm. We were in our tents holding everything. But That was insane. We lost one tent, and then two tents flooded. So it was pretty insane. But I did have one nice highlight being at the campsite because we were in the artist campsite. So we had special meeting with our neighbors, and then every bell had parked over close to us as well. So I Tommy knocked their windows, and then somebody came up to the house and was like, they went that way. They really, yes.
I mean, it
So
was pretty crazy. Yeah, we had a special show. Me and Sarah, we talked about it. I mean, I've seen a lot now posted. I've seen Blue Ridge is still saying like, oh well, we're still working on whatever we're gonna offer to people. I mean, and it's not just the people; it's the bands too.
yeah, we didn't get to sell our merch or anything. So trying to come back with anything, we just did them all.
And you all
Yeah.
have a really long way to travel, so
Yeah,
for
about
things that
22
you've
hours.
lost and getting to do.
Yeah.
Oof, oof. And it's a kick in the teeth to get there and to get told now you're not going on stage anymore. Like Anger Overdose in the house. What's up, Anger? Renita, welcome. Um, we're talking with Waking the Sleeper, who had a, a little experience at Blue Ridge, guys. I mean, I think we all. I wasn't there.
yeah,
I've
everybody
been.
did. Yeah, I
I,
think it was. I mean, it's part of the fire on everybody. But like the band, and that was the biggest sadness of being at the band. Just be able to see people walk away going, we didn't even get to see half the bands we wanted to. We had so many new fans over on the East Coast that were looking forward to finally seeing us, and it just it's really sad for all we have.
Yeah.
It was kind
yeah.
of kind of seeing their faces as they squeak the rest. Yeah, the first day, everybody's all happy. And they're like, okay, it rained a little bit, but it's still on. But by the end of the week, everybody here, this, like that.
Yeah, we're very full of that. But I will say that on Saturday, I was pretty bummed, and me and Chris, the drummer, and my boyfriend decided we were just going to go walk, meet people, and just kind of see what was out there in the campground. And we brought merch with us. We gave away merch. We had so many people. Found a karaoke spot, which is crazy, and so there was probably 7 people there that still got to hear me sing Breathe, even though it was karaoke. They still had the opportunity to hear me, and so that I was really grateful for that. And we did try to get on a pop-up show concert that was going on, and unfortunately, they just didn't have room for it. We really tried though, but it is what it is. But we just keep pushing along now, and just keep going and trying to get back out there and give it a shot.
Absolutely. Matt said, sounds like Blue Ridge has lost their edge. Might not be so big next year. If there's a next year, to be honest, Matt. I think this year was like a big kick in the balls for everybody. Mindy Jackson in the house. What's up, Mindy? She says, hello, my loves. Mindy was also at Dying Oath. Dying Oath. Mindy from Dying Oath was also at Blue Ridge. I think I'm the only one that wasn't there. I'm living through all of you guys' experiences, and I don't think I want to go. I hear Louder Than
Yeah.
Life was pretty fucking amazing, so I
I heard
mean,
that too.
you know.
Mindy was there. It
Friends
looked
that
like
went.
I've been never coming but we just keep pushing forward and keep committing ourselves and keep trying to get out there and show people who we are. I think that's all you can do is fans. You keep pushing forward.
I mean, you're on the right path. You were over there. You were going to go on the stage. You didn't just quit. You didn't walk away. You went and you sang, even if it's karaoke. Like, people will remember that. You know what I mean? Like, she stuck around and she stayed with us, like, through the shitty times. And, it's
Right.
like, what was it? Papa Roach and what
Right
else?
down.
all of
Yeah.
them.
And Oliver North. I was there when that was going down. That was incredible.
So, like, it's nice to see everybody's taking time. Like, the artists are taking time for the fans. Like,
Absolutely. Well, I mean, that's what it's about. I mean, if you don't have your fans, you don't have a band. So you've got to make sure that the fans are taken care of. And
absolutely.
like I said, before, it was really sad to see everybody just be so fun. Not just the bands and everybody else, but the fans, because they didn't get to see a lot of the things they wanted to. And for us to see that they really want to see us for the first time, because we don't get out to these Coast very often. Yes.
I mean, you guys will just have to come back. That's what it means. I mean, we missed you. We missed you, so you have to come back. Come, North Carolina. Come on. Right over here.
We went to the wrong state, is what you're saying?
Exactly. North Carolina, dying oath. Let's
Oh, yeah.
let's talk. Let's
Waking the
talk.
place and dying up. Me and that girl, I've known her for a minute, and she's amazing. I would love to do a show with her.
My girlfriend's going Gastonia next to me, so she's manifesting it.
Really cool. We even do like a little mini tour where we start out there and then kind of do a circle over our way and something like that. I mean, I'm in the idea, girl. We'll talk about it.
I mean, we never know. We never know. There's so many locations. It's so nice to see all the shows coming back. It's the tours, the festivals. I mean, I missed it. I'm from Montreal, Canada, where we were locked up for way too long with COVID and everything. So I came down here and now I'm running loose and I'm like, oh, concerts and shows. And Mindy says, love waking the sleeper. Let's do this.
Yes.
There we go, guys. Give me a date and we'll be there. Sarah?
Yeah.
I'm meeting. We're going.
There you go. See, we're setting things up tonight.
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
get like a kid or something.
Where do you guys
I got
find
some
inspiration for the music?
Oh gosh, we're so different, like in our likes and music and genres. Like I come from a very heavy and hardcore lineup of bands that I love, like from Nile to Behemoth to Gojira, Love Ginger, Slipknot, things like this. And he kind of comes from a whole different type of genre.
More of I was originally classically trained to make it rock and just kind of got into rock. So that those two worlds kind of mixed, stuff like that.
And then Beth, you can kind of tell him your background.
Yeah, mine's more of the alternative. I love Bush, Chevelle, Evanescence is one of my favorites. In fact, she inspires me. Love Hellstorm. So those were kind of my influences. But I also was kind of old school. So give me a good song from Pat Benatar and I'm down, So those are my influences.
Love it, love it. Love Evanescence, love Pat, Joan Jett, even Ginger's like another very, very good one.
Yeah.
I mean, Sarah, you got a question for our guests tonight?
Well, I was just gonna say the first time that I heard their song "Greed," it reminded me of like if Cradle of Filth and Nightwish had a music baby.
Okay.
All right.
Like the vocals, the operatic melody, the screams, everything, and just the music is that whole dark operatic feel, and very theatrical.
We're gonna be listening to Greed pretty soon. We'll hit them with
That's
a few
my
more
favorite.
questions first. That's your favorite. There we go. We're gonna play Sarah's favorite song soon. Let's go with a fun question. Actually, it's pretty evil, but I place an evil curse on you guys, and for the rest of your life, you can only listen to one song. What song would it be?
One song, huh?
Not even an album, a song.
Oh man, that's cruel.
Oh my God! Don't say that one.
Yeah,
That would
just
drive
thinking
me
that.
crazy.
The
Would you really do
the
that?
waiting theme for what is that? Jeopardy.
Oh no!
Oh my God.
No.
No,
Oof.
But you never get the end.
no, we'd be one less of a member. That's all I'm gonna.
Yeah. My big groove right now then takes me to this kind of place would probably, and it's not well known as far as her songs, but I think it would have to be Evanescence song Good Enough because
Ooh.
yeah, it's
Yes.
right there as far as what we always feel like as we are trying to grow. It doesn't matter if you're talking as a musician in your life, where you want to be. It seems like this song kind of always resonated for me because I always felt like I was always trying to push the bar to become somebody else, and it always was deep in my own head. Am I good enough to be doing this? And interestingly, I actually was going to step away from music, and my sister, Raven,
Yeah, we're
came
actually
to me.
sisters.
Yeah, we're actual sisters. She
Oh
came to
wow.
me, yeah, and said,
Very cool.
"You are good enough, and I want you to become a part of this." And so Sean wanted to kind of expand his musical talents and move into the rhythm, which allowed me to take over keys. And so we've just started to evolve this so that it's kind of moving in a different direction, but not really. And people were like, I'm not sure if this is going to mesh well. And so far, it's just been phenomenal what we've gotten from Faden. So
I mean, keys are amazing, and there's more and more bands that are bringing keys into their
mhm.
metal. It's more symphonic. Matt gave me ice because every time I ask this question, he's waiting for somebody to say "Bat out of hell," Meatloaf. Not
Yeah,
tonight,
no
Matt.
one,
Sorry,
not tonight.
I think honestly,
Mindy.
because I'm kind of old school too, but I mean,
Yeah,
I love the heavy metal, but honestly, I would, if I had to listen to something over and over, and not get tired of it, it'd probably be Prince of Wisdom.
Who?
Prince.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever get tired.
Mine would probably be the deep, the bullet, deep below by them.
That's a good one.
Try to hear something.
which song did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
The deep below by Night. It kind of starts out really symphonic, it has all the strings and stuff like that. It gets harder and goes in an ebb and flow as far as its kind of music scoring. It's kind of like how we kind of like to do stuff.
Yeah,
Very cool. Somebody found the loophole of the question and said an instrumental song. That way I can create my own lyrics and my own melodies, and I'll never get tired of it.
oh, I
I
love
think
that.
Yeah, that's really brilliant.
Mindy's asking, do you all prefer playing live shows and traveling or being in the studio?
Live
Probably.
shows,
That says,
for sure. Yeah, it's almost like air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, get on the stage and it's like a song for me that's made by our live right? Yeah, it's exactly the feeling. Almost like breathing air. Like if I don't do it in a certain amount of time, I stifle. Like I can't breathe.
Yeah.
It's the way of
And
life.
when you have these people that are around you and they're really feeling what you're doing, it like what you're talking about as far as the breathing, it's almost like they breathe back into you, and there's this energy that transfers between, and it's like nothing else that you've ever done. So for me, that's the big thing when you start seeing, like we didn't get to see them, and I really do think it would have happened that way. When we were at Blue Ridge, there was this family, and Raven and I were just walking, because nobody knew that we were in the artist section that was behind ADA, and we were just walking up towards our camp. And this family is walking the opposite direction, and they had this 13-year-old that just starts screaming, and we're like, "What in the world?" And she's like, "Wow, those are the ladies from Waking the Sleeper. I'm so excited to see them," and she's just so jazzed to meet us who are just now actually getting our name out there. And she comes up and she's hugging and she's taking pictures with us. And we gave her a poster later on. And I was like, I was so looking forward. I was actually looking to the point where we would be able to look out and possibly see them in the crowd and be like, yep, those are our peeps. Those are the moments that you go, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So,
Absolutely, absolutely.
It would have been
Uh,
amazing.
it must be something incredible. That and having somebody sing your lyrics
yeah.
while you're.
We're actually working on a song right now, so it's super too. So, yeah.
Well, speaking of lyrics, speaking of music, let's take a few minutes and listen to Sarah's favorite song from you guys, Greed. And then we'll come back and we can talk about it. and we can ask you guys some more questions. I'm really excited to have you guys here. I discovered you guys through Sarah, so for me, you're all new and shiny, and
It's
it's
only
amazing.
fine for me, but I swear the music don't get old.
I'm sure it doesn't. I've been listening, and I'm still listening. All right, guys, when you come in, make sure you subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and also make sure that you guys comment, because if you guys don't do all of that and at least listen to one song, YouTube will remove your subscription, and then you're gonna have to redo it all again, and it sucks. So just a little tip for you guys. So we'll be right back after we listen to Greed from Waking the Sleeper.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
All around, this is fucking incredible. The video, the music, I am no drummer. I don't know how to play drums, but I don't know why drums lately has been like really driving me, like those double kicks, and I get very excited. I need to calm down.
No, I'm saying
Raven, those screams. How'd that come around? Did you just one day say, you know what, let me try this, and it just
it was it's kind of a combination possibly. No, it was Slipknot, those two early 2000s working when I was like it was I think two screens but I didn't in fact I thought, oh said oh when I heard said, you know, like, yeah, I want to do this, you know. And so when I did it, kind of came out with this mistake and learning process because it does take time. It's like for the long stuff. So there was nobody out there saying, "Oh, this is how you do it." No, I look, you know, all the times in the local movie. Even I learned local country, they have to do levels of screen, all different movies. It was really don't and do some stuff just for being that's movement and mistakes.
I don't want to cut Raven off, but is
Yeah.
it just me that can't hear her?
Oh, you're kind of cutting out, sis. Can you adjust your phone a little bit?
That work a little better?
Say a few more things.
Thanks.
A few more than that.
We heard the laugh.
Yeah.
No.
It's
Nope.
still cutting.
It's like almost if you're like underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try to hold it.
Yeah, maybe
How about
it's
now? Can you hear us now?
That's way better. Yeah.
A lot.
Now I have phone on.
Now you cut out.
we lost you again.
Okay, can you hear us now?
I mean, you guys are sisters. Can she send you her thoughts? Can you
Yeah.
like?
Well, so you know, when we used to go out all the time and we'd go karaoke and we'd run around, right? And she always had that deeper voice to begin with. And I'm gonna tell this really funny story. We were actually out together one time, and she was just starting to feel that as far as being able to do the screams and being able to really like belt that out. And we were at this place, and I was sitting in the booth behind these other guys, and she's literally sitting out there doing her thing, and these guys are like, I'm not sure that that's a girl. I think that's a guy. No, and it was back and forth. No, girls can't do that. Like, no girl can do that. And the guy was like, no, look, I don't see an Adam's apple. I think it's a girl. And this went on for like 15 minutes. And I finally just turned around and I was like, pretty sure I was there when she had all 5 of her babies. And so I can assure you that she is a girl. And they were like, females don't do that. And I think that when I told her that story, that's when she said, you know what? I'm going to do this for real. Like, there's no more of this playing around, singing other people's stuff. I'm doing my own thing. And then the next thing I know, she was doing her first band where they were just kicking. I don't know if I can say the word, but they were doing that. And the first time I saw them play live, I was like, oh, girl, you got to do this. Like, take it all the way because this is your thing. So, is that pretty accurate?
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
Mindy said, "You go, girl." I mean, it is true. The people had a hard time grasping the fact that women could scream like that.
Yeah.
And then, well, you know, Raven is an example. Mindy's a good example also. There's a lot of girls. I don't know, for me, the first screamer really that I fell in love with was Maria Brink.
She used to go and do it with Maria when Maria was just getting started out. I remember they did a couple of shows together. So,
No, she's got a piercing that I've never heard.
yeah, she can do it really high. You're cutting out against this.
Man, I really wish we could hear what you're saying.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if I should try to reconnect or.
I mean, you can. It'll just it'll come. You'll come right back in. I
Let's
mean,
Yeah,
try.
just
with,
come right back in.
Right back.
all right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I think it was pretty neat when I would sit there and I'd watch her before I joined, because, like you said, most women can't. And I can't do that. I can't do any of that. I even tried to, kind of do that whole grunge Janis Joplin thing. I went to vocal and all that kind of stuff, and I just don't have that voice. I have that airy, high, very sweet sound, and so I'm in awe of her when I sit there and watch her do what she's doing. And they make fun of me in band practice because there will be times when she can't sing, and I'll try to
I knew
do
we
and
could
be,
have live.
yeah, not even close. And they all laugh at me because I'm like, like this thing, and it's nowhere even close to what she does. And but
I
But when
pretend.
you hear
I
them,
pretend I can scream. Also, I call them like cub growls, like little kitty growls. That I can. There's nothing. Mindy and Raven are phenomenal. Mindy said Raven is phenomenal. JT said falsetto screams are a pain in the ass to do. JT's
Well, I don't know
from.
if you guys can hear me better now.
Yes,
Is that better?
absolutely.
Sweet.
Yes.
Sweet. All right.
Now we're good to go for sure. Let's see. How'd you guys start in music? You guys are sisters, so is it like
Yeah.
family? Does mom and dad sing too, or like how'd you guys get
Anybody?
started?
Do you want to say or you want me to say it?
no, you go ahead now that we can
Oh.
hear you.
All right. Our mother's a music teacher, and so I started playing piano when I was like 3, and then I started learning like Beethoven, Mozart, stuff like this, and I was rewriting it, and apparently my mom was like, "No, that's not how it goes," and I was like, "Well, they're dead, and I'm supposed to finish it." So apparently that's what I told her. So she got another music teacher to teach me because apparently she was like, "No, I'm not doing this."
my parents say it's really hard to teach their kids how to play an
Yeah.
instrument. They get so frustrated. My dad tried it with me, and he's like, "Nope, it ain't possible."
Yeah. So it's crazy too because as I was growing up with a music teacher, the mother, we were always involved in one way or form or another with music. My father was an amazing father and supported my mom with everything she did. And I always looked at Beth as being the singer, right? Because she had this always this beautiful voice, and she'd get #1 in state and all this stuff. And I was just like, yeah, that's the singer. So I wanted to play drums. So I kind of started in the percussion side of this and became a drummer. And then a few other people kind of heard me sing and they were like, "Oh, you have a really cool voice," And I was like, "You're just being nice," So, but it's several years later, here we are.
I kind of started out in music at a really young age because originally it was diagnosed with ADD, was running around, couldn't stop, wouldn't stop, kept on going. The parents put on a TV program that happened to be a music program at the time, and I sat down and watched it. For 30 minutes it didn't move, so they were like, "Oh, that's it, not drugs." So they decided to put me in piano lessons at age 5. So I was going through that and started learning violin, viola, cello, bass, and all that. Went to contests up at WSU at age 10. And then I found rock and roll about age 12, and that's when I was like, "Oh, it's all over now."
Yeah, he started really young in a band. Like, what were you, 14?
My first professional band was 14.
Yeah. I kind of got into this a little late because I have 5 kids, and so I was going to be a doctor. So I was going to be a psychiatrist. And so, yeah, I know the way the
Musician, psychiatrist. I mean,
right. So and then so here I am. So I kind of got into it a little late. I've been doing this for about 20 years, but typically a lot of people start like early, like 14, 16 years old. And yeah, I didn't start that early. I mean, I've always been involved with music, if that makes sense, but just not in a band per se.
Our youngest guest was 13 years old so far. Little drummer sensation, Wrecker Ian's. It was an amazing interview. This kid has drive. This kid has personality. I see big, big, big things for this kid. I mean, he
I
is
think I know what you're
incredible.
talking about. Did he do
He's-
a song with a rapper or something?
With he did the chosen one with Dropout Kings. He did
Oh,
a
that's
song
right.
with Futuristic. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it's him.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal.
He is. He's fun to talk to. Also, he's in it. He's the mom and dad are doing a good job in raising a good little guy for sure.
Nice.
Fun question: if you guys could have a superpower, Sarah, you included, what would it be?
I don't know. Probably. That's always a hard one. Because there's many I would have. If I could duplicate myself,
Ooh,
is that a superpower? Because I have
yeah,
it.
it is. It is.
Do the mom thing, the house thing, everything else that I do in between, I would duplicate myself.
You have a whole band of you. I like that choice. That was a good choice.
You get sick of yourself.
I would. I don't know.
It just be nothing but a bunch of fights. No, I'm right. No, I'm right.
We'd be arguing all the time.
I don't know. For me, I think it would have to be either teleportation so that you can get to different places quick. That would be awesome, especially if we could take our music equipment and just like be and then get back, or freezing time so that you can get things done. That would be my two that I would probably want more than anything.
Yeah, I think for me, I want to like know the answer to everything. Like,
How you did.
well, okay, I know I'm right most of the time, but but like if there was like the
mistaken.
right, yeah, you know, like if there's the lottery, I'm like I know the numbers, you know, things like that, you know, yeah.
I mean, that
I
could be
will,
something good.
I asked Will what his would be because I know he wouldn't be on tonight, and I know that's like one of the general questions that you ask, and he said that his was time travel.
Time travel. I don't
So
know
nice.
if I'd want to do that because then you can alter things, and I don't know that I
Like the
wouldn't want to be
butterfly
where I
effect.
am right now. Huh?
It's like the butterfly effect.
Become your own grandpa.
Yep. Mindy just said, gotta jump off, but you're all total heroes. Love y'all. Good
Thanks,
night,
Mindy.
Mindy. Much love, girl. Let's see. Matt says, from when the riffs is written, how long till the song's done?
It depends on the song. Me and him have written a song in 5 minutes, to take in 6 months. It really just kind of depends on how we feel about it and what we're trying to do. You know what I mean?
It's important not to usually push a good original. I mean, if you
Yeah.
do, it ends up being just another song that goes on, and some people like one part of it, and then lose interest.
Yeah, every song we do though, it's got a lot of feeling, and so that feeling, like I said, could be for 5 minutes, and it just comes out, or that feeling has to kind of drag on to understand what I'm trying to put out there.
She's even like the day before we're supposed to go into recording said, by the way, I want to add this piece to you, learn this and do this, so that we're like, what?
Here you go. You got 24 hours.
Right. Right. I'm good at that.
What do you guys do when you get hit with writer's block, or is writer's block not a thing for you?
I don't really have writer's block per se. I don't really know of a time that I've really had one. Like, usually I just go make myself a drink and then come back and go, oh, there it is.
I mean, all right. That's, yeah.
Usually,
Maybe maybe I should try to go get myself a drink, because I've been on a writer's block for almost a year now. So maybe a bottle. Fuck the
Right.
drink, the whole bottle.
The other thing is just go out and experience something. That's what tends to usually inspire you, anyways.
That's
Just,
true.
I find when you're got writer's block, it's time to go live life for a little while.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Need to
That's
get
some
Melanie
good
up on the
advice.
phone.
Right, right. I need more shows, guys. Come on. Come to Gastonia.
There we go. There we go.
Matt says, drink smell. All right, Matt. I got you. I got you. We're Friday night, so I could do this after. Maybe. Maybe not.
Right. Right.
We'll see later. Who would be your
Don't try
dream
to send me.
collaboration?
See what I get? Say that again.
The dream collaboration. Dead or alive? Who would it be?
The band I have right now.
Oh, good job. Love that.
There you go.
Yeah, because we're creating some things that I'm super proud of. So I'm excited about, and so yeah, I mean, anything that you could be excited or dream of, have that dream that you're fulfilling together. Yeah, I don't think anybody else could match that.
Although if Prince was to come in and say that he would like to do a little bit of
Girl, you already know.
Oh, I
So I'm not going to ask you your definition of success, because I guess for you, Raven, this is success. Doing
Yes.
something you love. I mean, with your sister on top of it, like being able to.
And my brother.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're a
being
family.
able to.
We really are.
That's
I
amazing.
mean, even though she's like actual blood, but everybody in all our members are family. I mean, when we talk to each other, like, all right, bro, I'll talk to you later, or all right, sis, blah blah blah. Yeah, we're family. So.
Well, I
That's
always say the band is the family away from the family, right? Because you guys
Right.
go touring together and you're always together on
Right.
top of each other. Everybody's like, oh my God, you guys are so lucky you're touring. I mean, yeah, we get to see tour bus.
It's true. We've been on at some smaller
Small
stages.
stages.
Yeah, where we were pretty much on top of each other, literally.
I believe that. Sarah, you got
I've
something
seen-
for them?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say I've seen where you all are trying to maybe get on tour with Disturbed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just got
that would-
another recording tonight. We went into the studio to add some of my vocals on top of it because I have to do something different with it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we
So,
were
yeah.
listening to some of the other women, and as we were talking through this, because we were like, we'll throw something out there real quick so that they know that we're interested. But I was like, no, Raven, like what makes us unique is the two voices together. So
Yeah.
let's go. Let's get somebody that can actually throw it down with us. And yeah, she just got the additional one, and I thought it sounded pretty good, didn't you?
I did too. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I kind of still want to have that kind of faded in the background kind of sound. I don't want to be full front, because I really want it to be you heard, because it is a Ann Wilson replacement kind of duet, right? So I want to just emphasize things of what I'm doing on top of what she's doing, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I saw that contest was it on TikTok that they posted
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, they've been running it for now 2 or 3 months, and so we obviously are very far behind. But that's okay. We'll post this new one up with my vocals on it.
Well, and you never know, because everybody's like, oh, well, this person is really fantastic, and this person, well, they are, but is that exactly what they're looking for? You don't know what David's really looking for as far as the match. So,
True.
Well, exactly. You never know. You take your chance and roll the dice and see what happens.
yeah.
Matt says I could mix that. Matt wants to mix everything. He's just he's that
He's a mix
passionate about music. He's what I mean. Like it's you gotta love having somebody that passionate about music in your team.
Oh yeah,
Like
absolutely. Yeah, we have an amazing music producer as well. Shout out to Bullet Ride Productions, but I've worked with him for many years now, and it's funny how we work, because he'll send me just like a raw kind of rough draft of the song after we've recorded, and then I'll be like, okay, I'll be looking for your 3-page report soon. I mean, because he already knows, okay, I need this and this, yeah. But he's great. I love working with him.
it's nice when you can work like that with a producer. When you can share your ideas. When you can go back and forth. Let's listen to more music from you guys because I'm loving it. I think on
Absolutely.
this one we get to hear you, Miss Elizabeth, right?
Yeah.
Yes, this is the new
Yeah.
lineup.
Yeah, this is the brand new music video that we just did a couple months ago. Our label, Rock Avenue Records USA, helped us out with getting out there to get this done. And Juan Ibanez, moniker, they did this video, and he did an amazing job.
Oh, here it is right here, guys. Make sure you
It's
like it.
wonderful.
Let's listen to the song and we'll be right back. You said it, Anger. This is fire. Holy shit.
Thanks.
Your voices together. I mean, I love it. The first one, Greed, was good, but this is definitely out of the two. This is my favorite.
It just keeps getting better and better. And I just want to tell you, like the first album we did was the Seven Deadly Sins, right? So that was greed, and we had all the sins, and we did like the good and bad of life, the journey of life that we all go through, sometimes daily. But but this one, like even our label said, okay, how are you going to top that? You already did a concept album. I said, do you know who I am? So this one is actually called, the whole album is going to be called Frequencies. This song was done in 528 hertz frequency, which is the DNA healing repair. Hence the for Baden. So it's kind of like you have to shed your own skin to become the new. So that's kind of the philosophy of that song. But each one of these songs, and you'll notice, like in our performances, if you come to see us, we all have a number, and they're all associated with the Earth's healing frequencies. Like Beth is 432, I'm 1111, which is the spiritual awakening. We have the 528, which was Baden, and we have like so many different ones that they've all chosen for a specific purpose. So it's just kind of a cool concept. So every song will be in that frequency note. So it's kind of a cool idea.
That is a very cool idea. I started looking into that when I saw the healing properties of the frequencies. I suffer from migraines. I had bad teeth ache, and I started looking at brown noises, pink noises, at the frequencies. So it's very interesting. I like the concept album. We had Seed. We had Seed that was here a few weeks ago, and he has a whole album on phobias.
Oh wow. Interesting.
So the whole concept album is really cool. JT, have a good night. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here tonight. He says, much love to Mel and Waking the Sleeper. Keep
Thank
kicking
you.
ass. That song rocked.
Thank you.
Absolutely. How does it feel to finally have you guys like together on this album? Like,
It's really good. For me, it's really good. Especially being able to add that other dynamic of adding Elizabeth's vocals on the higher scale. There's so much more we can do. Being able to have the second guitarist now, having Sean do rhythm and Seth do the leads. It's a bigger dynamic. So it just allows us, I think, to just be more creative.
no kidding when you say higher scale. She's like, she is in that very higher scale.
And a lot of people were like, how are you two going to mesh together? But like after this song, it's like, it does well. I mean, it's like the perfect balance. So.
Well, you both have a very unique voice, but they work together. Raven has that beautiful lower register, and you have that high. I mean, you guys, it works really well together. I like it. It's very pleasing to the ear, for sure.
Thank you.
What's your register? What's your vocal register? Do you guys know?
You know about Beth. What is yours? She's high.
I don't know. I was playing around. So there's a song that Within Temptation does that's called "What Have You Done?"
Yes.
And there's two different versions that's out, but I like to play around, and I hit it. There's an operatic part that she does where she does a and I'm like, oh, I can do that. And people are like, I didn't know you could go that high. And I'm like, so I don't know how high that is, but it's fun.
It's high.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, she works around like the higher scales, and I always try to go as low as I can go. I just love to go really low. And it's really funny too, because I'm telling you, like when I was married, I used to call and pay the bills because sometimes they would be in my husband's name. And I would just act like him. I just like, yes, this is blah blah blah. It worked.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's really
I have fun with it sometimes, and it's really funny too because of some of the things I can do, and because I do have a lower range, even just talking, I just have a lower range. I mean, I used to be a DJ at a radio station myself, and it was a lot of fun. And there would be sometimes people would be like, "Is that a guy or girl?" You know, and I'd be like, "I'm a little boy. Stop." You know, so it's fun to kind of mess with people sometimes, especially because a lot of people will judge a book by its
Yes.
cover, right? And so, they would think that, oh, there's no way she could do what she's doing, or and then I get up there and go, hold my beer,
Yeah, yeah. And you let out that scream there.
right?
Anger,
Yeah,
anger,
really
anger
something
thinks it's
about
funny. I mean
Love it.
that scream. It's always impressive to me to see a woman scream like that. Even though I know that they can do it. I mean, the first screamer that I really loved was Maria Brink. The first one I was exposed to live was Flyleaf, and
Mm,
she only screams in one song, which
right,
is "I'm So Sick."
Yeah.
right,
And just
You
that
didn't expect
was
that.
impressive.
She can
yes,
do so many of the other things too, and you're just like, what? We got to see her. That was
yeah.
one of the few that I got to see, and it was incredible to see her at
And
Blue Ridge.
it's really cool to see how many more women are kind of coming out of the woodwork in metal, because it's generally been male dominated. So it's just really cool to be able to see a lot more females joining suit and doing the same things that these guys are doing. And yeah, I love it. I think it's great.
Absolutely, and we've had quite a few female fronted band now with the podcast, so I'm loving it because this is all my playlist is like added to my playlist. Yeah, I mean, we got to go see Brewstock, so we got to see Nailbite, Dying Oath, Blackwater Drowning, like big metal. It's very very fun. Montreal was fun. We had a music community, but here down like in North Carolina, the metal community is impressive. Is
Yeah, you guys
really
have a
impressive.
lot of amazing bands over there.
Mhm.
Absolutely,
Is it
absolutely.
Stars Remain from there?
Yeah, I think so. Or
Yeah, they
yeah,
are. They were
yeah, I think
our
so.
neighbors. They were so cool. We had so
Yeah,
much fun with them.
we did.
They were really nice. I got to meet them and photograph them at a local show we had called Amp Fest,
Hmm.
and they were really nice guys. And they're so talented.
Yeah, me and the singer were like just making cracking jokes and just being absolutely silly and off the wall. And he just turned to me and he goes, I like you. I said, well, I
Yeah,
guess that's good.
good.
Right. What's the best piece of advice another musician ever gave you?
Mm. Stay true to yourself. That was actually told to me by Chester Bennington from Lincoln Park. So yeah, that was probably something that stayed with me.
For sure, and it's good. It's good advice with everything, not just music. Just be who you are. The right people will like you, and whoever doesn't like you, well,
Oh,
Right,
move on.
right.
oh well, your loss.
That's right. And and you have to expect too that with what we do, not everybody's going to love this type of music. I mean, there's genres of music I'm not particularly fond of and don't really go out and search and listen to it. So you just take it as long as you're doing what you love, then you can't go wrong.
Yeah, that's the thing. If if you're doing it and you absolutely enjoy it, and it makes you happy when you're like creating and you get to the end piece and people are, I've had some of my friends that have listened, they're like, this is not my kind of music, but I absolutely love what you guys are doing and how you're creating this together. So to hear those kind of responses and know that we're on the right path, it's like that's the journey. That's what I mean. Even if we never make it big, we're doing what we absolutely love, and we're putting our piece of history out there, right?
Absolutely. You're leaving your legacy. If you could be remembered for one thing, what would it be?
Kindness. Just always staying kind. We would sit there and when we were actually out networking and talking to people, they would be like, "You're just like everybody else. Like you're just sitting here and you're just talking to me like I'm just your neighbor." And I was like, I always want to stay that way. I never, when I sat there and I watched Shine Down and they were standing up and all they had was their acoustic guitars and they were like, we know this isn't what you guys expected, but we want to give you something because you worked your heinies off to get here, and then to have so many disappointments. If you're okay, it's just going to be a shit show, but we're going to sing. You sing with us. We're just going to have a really good time. And it really was. I mean, they would start the song, and the entire fan base was just out there just singing it with them. And it was just incredible. And I was like, this is how I want to be in 10 years. If we are like as big as Shinedown, I still want to be that person.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's important to be. So
What
many
about
people get
you?
that way about them.
Yeah. And it's easy to get wrapped in it. It's easy to kind of lose your head in the clouds, and you always need somebody to bring you back. And I'm pretty sure that either of you could bring the other one back pretty
Oh yeah.
pretty quick.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Like I'm just a big goofball. Honestly, a lot of people are just like, oh, she looks so serious and intimidating. I've had so many men say, oh, she's intimidating, and then they get to know me and they're like, she's just a big goofball.
But that's the image. That's the image. That's the like and that's what you were saying earlier. If people just judge by a cover, you miss a lot. You miss a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
Matt says, "Love what you do." The question is, what is music? It's whatever makes you feel.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What about you, Raven? If you could be remembered for something, anything, what would it be?
I think to stay passionate about what you do. I mean, it's kind of the same thing that Elizabeth said, but I've always had a thing. Family comes first. Even with my 5 kids, whatever the situation might be, you can always work it out. You can always figure it out. There's too much hate in this world. I think that just being more passionate about people and things that are going on around the world. Get involved more, do things that are going to help change lives. I think if we all did that, we'd have a completely different world right now.
Yes.
Absolutely. And mental health is something that's very important. You say to help. So I repeat this at every episode, but I mean, I will never get tired of repeating it. If anybody has something that they need to say, that they need to talk about, there's lines that you can call. If you don't want to talk to somebody, I'm here. My DMs are always open. I will answer as soon as I can, and I will work through it. I'd rather spend hours with you trying to message you through some bad situation than to learn something on Facebook that I don't want to hear. So
that. Yep.
it is to everybody.
Yeah, music, I do believe, helps people a lot through bad times, and I think it's there to heal people and be there for them when they don't have anybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's why I do screams and gutturals and just regular vocals, because for me it's so dramatic about my expression, about how I feel. So that comes out with my vocals too. So I think it just it's who I am,
You can definitely feel when you do your vocals and Beth does hers. You can feel that feeling that you're trying to project.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's emotions in that music. It's not just words and sounds. It's we feel you guys. We feel the pain, the love, the all the emotions are there. We're getting close towards the end of the episode, so I would. Matt says, "Sarah, friend me." Look at Matt.
I win. I think he follows me on my photography page, but that thing acts so weird sometimes. I want to follow everybody that follows me, and it's like, I'm sorry, this option is not available.
Well, if you follow too many people too fast on Facebook, you get a slap on the hand and they block you
do.
from following people. So you got to take your time and then go to another page and then come back. And it's annoying, but social media. I mean, it's changed a lot though. Social media
Yeah.
helps us. It helps us do this,
Yeah.
Right.
which we
does.
couldn't have done
Right.
before. So I'm not gonna complain too much about technology. AI scares me, but I mean,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Same. Same.
It's going to
Yeah.
take all of your jobs.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll definitely have to get out there over on your guys' on the East Coast, North Carolina bound, right? But
absolutely.
yeah, we've got a lot of things we're going to be planning for 2024. So be on the lookout. We've got some tours coming up for next year, so I'm pretty excited.
Where can we check
Yes.
that out? Where do we follow you to see all of the updates? Where's the best place?
I'm a huge Facebook person, so if you just go to Waking the Sleeper on Facebook, you're going to see everything. We update everything mostly there, and then we're on Twitter, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, all of those. But Facebook is probably primarily the main one.
All right, so make sure you follow them on Facebook, and your music is everywhere, right? Spotify, Amazon, Deezer,
Yeah.
and the list goes on. Perfect. Well, before I ask you the NYXUS question, which finishes every episode, what would you like to say to your fans, to the people that are here, anybody that could be listening to this? What would you like to tell them?
Well, the first thing I would like to say is, especially to those who've been there since the beginning of all of this crazy journey, thank you. We love you. Thank you for your support, your continued support. You guys are just never ending as a fan base. And to all the new ones, welcome to the family. We're kind of crazy. We love to be, full of love and passion and show the world something different, So I'm excited to have some of the new people that join on as our new family join us. Because even though, they say fans, I consider it family.
Absolutely. Well, you have me as a new family. What's up, Grim Rock in the house. Merch, important question. Where can we find your merch tonight? I am sporting Eden on Fire. Merch is the best way. Best way to support a band is to get a t-shirt, get a sticker, a cozy. I don't care what you get, just fucking get it.
Yeah, we're still doing that right now. We're looking for like the best site to go through to start our merch. So we don't even have our merch out there yet. Kind of crazy, I know. But we're still kind of new. So we're if anybody's got a good site, let me know.
I'm not
I'll
not
send you one.
sponsored. Yeah, I'm not sponsored, but I use Teespring. So far, I have no complaints. There's a lot of them. Just shop around.
Yeah.
You usually can put your prices. You decide if you want to make a lot of profit, or I'd rather have lower profit, but seeing my merch walk around, and it's
Absolutely.
always nice.
That's
So-
why we take a lot of ours to the live gigs that we do, because we kind of figure the same thing. You can get it at a decent price, and people walk away instantly wearing it. So,
Absolutely. And ain't it fun to just see somebody walk up to your table and just come back out with your shirt on? Like,
Right. Yeah. Love it. Love it.
Grimrock says he uses Bandcamp for his merch.
Okay. I can check it out.
And Dying Ghost, I believe they use the merch guy. I can send you their that link. He's great.
Okay.
I got to talk to him at the last show. He does glow in the dark
Nice.
stuff as well. Yes. If you've got a chance to check out Dying Oath stuff, it's great.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
Yes, it's true. He
Yeah,
just
in
did their
fact-
new shirt.
Yeah, in fact,
Yeah.
we had Dying Oath had a front riser done in their name. It was all metal and it was cool. And I was looking at it and I was like, oh my God, that would be so amazing, to get one of those. And then the guy hit me up and then we've got one now. So we might order two more. So
There we go.
Customs. Yeah. He's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
he does a lot of stuff.
that is amazing. It's nice to see like all the products coming out, all the I'm a big merch person. I love merch. I love CDs.
Yeah,
I still buy CDs. I mean,
same.
Too.
and now vinyls are coming back, so I'm all excited. I'm gonna
Oh,
get to.
me too.
Yeah,
Sorry,
those are super expensive to make though.
Yeah.
Yes, and bye.
it's
Will
getting
said he
late.
was going to send me a poster from you all where you didn't get a. He said you all was going to sing my daughter happy birthday on stage that Sunday,
Yeah.
and he wanted to send a poster considering we didn't get to sing. She came in here a while ago and was headbanging while y'all's music was playing.
Oh
That's
wow. Yeah,
so
just send
sweet.
me like DM me or PM me, either the band or myself or Miss Elizabeth, the
Yeah.
address, and we'll send out a little care
Oh,
package.
thank you.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
That is super sweet. I'm loving the kids loving the same music.
Oh yeah.
My 13-year-old
Yeah.
is rocking out to music that I play on the podcast, so I'm like really proud. It's nice change from her listening to Hamilton over and over again.
Yeah. Mine do that too.
There you go.
Mine does too. She's what we call polyjammerous because it'll go from Beethoven to Lamb of God to
Yeah.
Starbenders, and it's just all over the place. I'm like, what is this? Family
Yeah.
opera.
I mean, my playlist is the same way, so I can't say much about that one. Well, ladies, thank you so much for being on the show. But before I let you go, I have to ask you the NYXUS question. Like I said earlier, mental health is very important, and we always kind of reflect at the end of the episode with this question. If you had the chance to sit down with little Elizabeth, little Raven, and tell yourself something at any age, what would it be?
Mine would be love yourself. Like, I was so critical of me always growing up. It always seemed like, as I look back at the different stages of my life, when I think back when I was a teenager, I was like, God, you were beautiful and you were so smart and you had yourself together, and you were just always tearing yourself apart. So it would be love yourself in the time frame that you are. It took me to the age that I am now to get to that where I'm comfortable in my own skin. So
I think mine would be stay single. No, I'm just playing. I'm playing. Jeez, take a joke, guys. No. I would say, don't take life so serious. That really is, because when you're young, you're ambitious, you're trying to do things, and sometimes you forget to stop and really see what's going on around you.
Absolutely, it's good to stop and enjoy the little things in life. We've heard this one so many times. I think I've heard a lot of times. I've heard not get married. Like, please don't get married, and yes, it's pretty crazy. Well, thank you so much for being here. I like to ask this question because we never know who needs to hear what somebody has to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sarah, thank you so much for being here tonight with me.
Love you, Sarah.
We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Anytime you want to
Thank
come
you for
on,
having me.
anytime, girl, anytime, you know that. So once the interview is all edited and going on Spotify, I will send you guys a copy for safekeep, because it's always cool to have guys that were here listening. Matt Anger, Grimrock, Renita. I know I'm going to miss people, so I'm not going to keep naming people. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us.
yeah,
Thank
this
you,
was so much fun.
It was a huge pleasure. I am a huge fan now, so I thank Sarah.
One more fan.
I thank Sarah for introducing me to you guys. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night, guys.